And black people are rarely black. I see mostly various shades of brown and tan, and in fact, some light-skinned black people are lighter than the darkest white people. Look how dark the people in India are. They're dark brown, but they're considered white. May I see the color chart, please? People of color is an awkward phrase that obscures meaning rather than enhancing it. What shall we call fat people? People of size? I also don't say African Americans. I find it cumbersome and confusing. Which part of Africa are we talking about? Egypt? Egypt is in Africa, but Egyptians aren't black. They're like the people in India. They're dark brown white people, but they're Africans. So why wouldn't an Egyptian citizen who becomes an Egyptian who becomes a U.S. citizen be called an African American? The same would apply to South Africa. Suppose a white racist from South Africa becomes an American citizen. Couldn't he call himself an African American? If for no other reason than just to bother black people.
Oh boy. Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Diddy does it again. Diddy does it again. That's right. And we'll talk about what will be your next or your first black woman president with her black children and her black husband. Oh, my fault. I'm sorry. Wait, she's got a white husband and 2 adopted white children. Well, ain't nothing to talk about. That's as black as it gets right there. It's as black as it gets right there. She just, Kamala just went all out on this one, right? She said, I'll show them I'm black. I'll go get a white husband. Don't have any children, so I'll go adopt 2 white children and show them I'm a real black woman. Oh boy, so let's talk about this Kamala Harris first. You know, the black, right? She's black. She's black, and you heard the comedian George Carlin, one of the best, right? The first David Chappelle, right? He was Dave Chappelle before Dave Chappelle came along and blew up, right? We all know Dave Chappelle. He has no limits. And he's versatile in his comedy, right? Like no other comedian. None. Eddie Murphy, nobody. Don't even say that little weasel. What's his name? Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's not even in my top 5. He's not funny. He's not, well, he's funny, but he's not that funny. He's not funnier than Cat Williams. Stop. You know, Kevin Hart came along at a time when all the comedians really had did their thing and blew it out the water in the 2000s, right? Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, and after they already blew it out of the water, here comes Kevin Hart. There's nothing else out there. It kind of reminds me of, you know, after Usher blew it out of the water and put out all them hits in the 2000s, here come Chris Brown on the backside. And it was really nobody in R&B to challenge him, right? And Chris Brown is okay if you like, you know, Mickey Mouse music, but, you know, he doesn't have the hits like Usher when you go back and look. Usher's hits are, woo! Hit for hit, classics like that, right? And Chris Brown still sounds like he's got like his before he hit puberty voice. And so yeah, this is the original Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is a legend. I think Dave Chappelle passed George Carlin. Maybe not. Maybe they might be neck to neck. But you heard him, right? Why are you calling people black? Why are you calling people the color black? It don't exist. That's not a nation. That's not a people's. That's not a place. It was a racist word when it started out from the, if you look in the dictionary, you look at the etymology, no indigenous people call themselves black. Get your black phone, get your black shoes, whatever's black, and put it up to your skin and have a good laugh. And nobody called themselves white. Again, more in Europe and stuff, these people, whether it was white people or people of color that we act like we don't want to discuss that lived in Europe, they went by surnames and family crests. This is what they did, right? It wasn't until over here, when they came to the United States, they don't want people identifying their roots, right? So, all these different people came. You know, you got people come from Britain, you got people come from Italy, you got people come from Russia, you got people coming from North Africa, you got people coming from Spain, everywhere over there in Europe, right? So they wanted the people to lose their identity and go under one you know, I won't say one, but some legal constructs, right? So they can treat the people a certain way, so they wouldn't know who they are, where they came from, right? And they can start fighting about black and white, all this nonsense. Um, yeah, indigenous people call themselves by their tribe. Didn't matter if it was in Africa or the Americas or Australia or or the Pacific Islands. That's what these people went by. So if it was Blackfoot, Chickasaw, Creek, Seminole, this is what you was a part of, right? You was part of a nation that was a family of tens of thousands. That's what it was. You didn't have no last name. So the black and white is to keep people fighting. And the fact is that this woman right here, Kamala Harris, we kind of discussed this, right? She has no real full black identity to lean back on, right? So she says that she's Jamaican. And I checked out her genealogy. It doesn't check out. Her story isn't checking out. But we won't get into that right here because that'll be long. It's it's an embarrassment that what she said about her ancestry, right? So apparently, she says she's Jamaican. Never heard her embrace no Jamaican family, right? Have you ever seen her chilling with no Jamaican people or embracing the Jamaican people either in the United States or over there in Jamaica? Haven't. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard it. Seen her embracing the Indian community, but not the Jamaican community. So she claims that her father is mixed. He's mixed with white and black, right? So her father had a black mother and a white father, right? Which she claims the black mother, which will be her grandmother, was a slave. Yeah, I'm not seeing that on the ancestry genealogy, but I'll leave that alone for right now. Her grandfather, who was supposedly the slave master, that's her grandfather. So, hold on, wait. I thought we lived in a patriarchal system, right? Where you are what your father is. That's what I've always been told. Right? That's what they tell us. And that's how the Bible is, right? Christianity is, and most religions around the world. It's a patriarchal system. And they say you are what your father is, no matter what the mother is. So in fact, isn't she white? If she is what her father is, her father's white because his father is white. Huh. Y'all gotta stop, man. This is so easy. It's like playing chess with dummies who is playing checkers. And you would think Trump will point this out. You think Trump will point out that this woman is claiming all this blackness, but has no blackness to fall back on. None. None. No full-blooded black parents. No full-blooded black husband. No full-blooded black children. Man, she didn't even want no mixed children or no mixed husband. Wow. That's funny. Funny. So, I don't know if I want to come back to this at all. It's just a joke. And the fact that I said before, what does she have to do with generational black Americans? Their family has been in the United States since the 16, 17, 1800s, and even some of the 1900s, especially the long-standing African American people who aren't even African American. You heard what George Carlin said. I keep trying to tell you, what part of Africa? You can't just be lost people. There's no such thing. You're the whole continent of Africa? I'm going to tell you guys something. Just a little secret. If you go back and you go look at the voyages coming over here to the United States during the slave time, all these people, your so-called black arrivals, all have first names and last names. You did not bring one slave into that port without what the manifest was the people's name, where they was going, where they was being sold, what was the captain's name. People are so damn dumb. But it wasn't until later on the government started putting out these legal constructs to make people put down what they were on paper, or what they had to choose from, right? What they had to choose from, what they were going to be, right? So just think today, right? If a Haitian person comes from Haiti, they no longer can claim Haitian. They have to claim black or African American, but that ain't what they call those people in Haiti. It's not what they call those people in Jamaica. You got to claim white. I mean, they put Spanish people with white people now on the census. North Africans, no matter the color, are white in America. Go look at the census. People from North Africa. So this is about people losing their identity when they come to the United States, right? And that's how it was in the 60s. Well, they didn't really start this stuff until the 1800s, right? Maybe the late 1700s, they started this colorism and stuff like that. So people would lose their identity, whether they were Indians or anybody who was from the Eastern Hemisphere, right? And now they can tell this fake slave story. So P. Diddy. P. Diddy. Oh, goodness. So, look, man, this is what I'm going to say. It's tiresome. It's old that not all black celebrities, some of the biggest names who are black celebrities have to be rapists. That's what they keep telling us. That black men, no matter how much money you give them, are unable to control themselves. They're so famous, they can walk around anywhere and get the most beautiful woman in the world and still have to take something from a woman. It's crazy. I don't even know what to say no more. It's the same. I know this is like way far out and even more with the whole P. Diddy thing, but it just ties into the same thing. And it came to a head when we were talking about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby? This man went to prison for something that happened like in the damn, what was it, the 70s or the 80s? With no damn physical evidence? It took these people that long? Kobe Bryant with no proof got accused of raping some hotel. Why would Kobe Bryant have to rape a hotel? Kobe Bryant could go anywhere and get any woman off the damn street and take her to a hotel. Kobe Bryant was never convicted. He settled out so it would go away. Tupac went to prison for over a year for a rape case, but it turned out to be, the charge was touching a woman's buttocks. Tupac can just walk down the street and get all the butt he wants. But he has to do this? Even Mike Tyson? And this is the stigma in the outlook that they're putting on the whole black community when you talk about black men. And I always tell black men, you can't run away from it, right? Oh no, I ain't with Bill Cosby, man. I ain't with this dude. I ain't with P. Diddy now. Remember, these people are a part of the black community. And you was claiming these people who was a part of the black community when they was at their height, they was so famous, they was this and that, telling you to vote, telling you to do all this stuff. You love their music, you do anything for these guys. It was talking about black this, black that. And now you want to run away? No, the indictment ain't on these black celebrities, black male celebrities. It's on the black male community. That's what it's on. Right? So if they said they kept coming out with a whole bunch of um Asian male celebrities that were raping women, rape. So what is the Indian community, in the so-called black community, in the white community, in the Spanish community going to be looking at Asian men like wow, these is dudes with money and they doing this. So just imagine what the regular Asian males do without money. This is a problem in the Asian male community. So what I'm trying to get black men to understand is you're looking at this as an individual thing. I ain't with P. Diddy, I ain't got no. This is going on the community. This is how other races or nationalities are going to look at the African American community, because you've been claiming this dude. And he's been claiming the so-called African American community. He didn't claim the Haitian community. He didn't claim the Jamaican community. And he probably is from one of them places. He's because that's what a lot of them people do from other places. They come over here and they mix in and claim African American. Or at least the celebrities do. Right? So you got to watch out. Because in these times where, Kamala Harris and her people is bringing all these tens of millions of immigrants in here a day illegally to do what? To wipe out the African American community. Gentrify it, as it's been going on heavily since the 2000s. Keep African Americans out of jobs, like it's been going on heavily since the 2000s. But she has the nerve to call your name. Vote for me. I'm you. So why are you bringing all these people over here to replace me and my people? You don't get it, do you? And now you got P. Diddy claiming he's you. The only people you should ever claim is your family. It don't matter what your skin color is. They trying to put everybody together. But I don't see all so-called black people together. But how come it ain't working? So this is the same guy right here, P. Diddy. Stealing people's beats, stealing people's music when they send it to him. They said he gave Biggie this image from this rapper that was from Mississippi. Papa, what's this guy's name? The name wasn't Big Papa. It was Papa something. In his whole damn tape and style, he sent it up to before Big even blew up. They sent it up to the Bad Boy, and I guess they were blown away. Told the dude it was. I think they didn't get back with him or said it was trash, and then gave Biggie that guy's entire image, and even his songs sound the same. Yep. And not just that, we already know P. Diddy for biting people's music and stealing their styles, not giving his artists their money. He made a millions and millions. Let's just say he made hundreds of millions of dollars off of cheating people, or putting people in these crazy contracts that made no sense at all. It made no sense at all. I don't know why the guy signed the contract. Like, why'd you do that? You only gonna make you might as well do a contract of one album and see if it blow up. Why sign for 3 damn albums? And even people who are good musicians, the most they do, that's good is 3 albums. After that, it starts to, plummet, right? Some people are one-hit wonders. Some people can make 2 good albums. It's rare that there's people that can make great albums after great album after great album, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is very rare. You're gonna be one of the most famous people of all time. But yeah, this is the P Diddy that the black community embraced for a long time. And let's not forget, this guy is friends with LeBron James, the Oprah Winfreys, the Martha Stewarts, and all these people like that. So let's not forget what, the apple don't fall far from the tree, and you hang around like people like you. I mean, you really think these people that he's always hung around with is innocent? These celebrities, white celebrities or black celebrities. And I know when I was in New York, and I lived in New York for a few years, that the big word on the talk of the town was P Diddy slept with male models after modeling shows. Right? He slept with male models. Even slept with Usher. So they're trying to tell us that this guy is homosexual and heterosexual, right? He's gay, he's straight. Well, I guess you could just say he's bisexual, right? I'm sure Kamala Harris done hung around him, and your Obamas, and your Trumps and all. Come on, man. None of these people is different. They all do the same stuff. So happens that when you find out later, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeah, you can't be worshiping idols. You don't know what they be doing behind closed doors. You just don't know what these people is doing behind closed doors. You got Catholic priests of the highest church having sex with boys and never go to prison. Did I say it plural? Priest with the S that never went to prison. Catholic priest. Let's sweep it under the table. Like I said, okay, when Dave Chappelle said that, he said the same thing I said. Catholic priests having sex with little boys. He was like, and then it got quiet. Let's move on. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants. And these weren't just Catholic priests or some little Catholic church. These were big time Catholic priests of Rome, and where the Pope goes and his friends. Huh? Really funny. And like I was saying earlier, this is part of the black. You can't run away from these people. You were idolizing these people. You were singing with these people. You were saying these people are part of our people when they was at their height. You can't run. They part of your people now, black people. Just how it is. We see the trench coat mafia white people that go shoot up these schools. White people can't run away from them people. That's part of the white community. But these weren't superstars or people they idolized. Black people always idolize these people like they made it. Yeah, they made it. They part of us. They ain't part of you. They part of Hollywood. So I just find it funny. This is just in time, right, to keep your mind off of what's really going on. Basically, the inflation. The inflation. That's number one. And that's been part of the gentrification in America too. So you understand how that works is when we talk about gentrification in communities, nobody just comes and pulls you out that house and say, we're bringing these new people in. No. How it works is they raise the property tax. Property tax goes up. And what we can say in this case, they done gave money to the billions to countries. They gave away all that billions of dollars during the pandemic to, $1 billion and $1 million companies and corporations that already have money. It was giving all this money to illegal immigrants. And guess what? The taxpayers pay all this, right? Not only do they pay that, because they were trying to pay down the debt with their taxes, they just gave up all this damn money, right? Not to mention all the vaccine shots people took. That has to be paid for by taxes, right? All the free ones they was giving out. So we was already in debt. So we was already paying the debt. That just goes into more debt, all the money they was giving out. Now inflation rises. And everything rises, especially property tax. Food is out of control. So when they raise property tax, this is what happens. In the poor communities, right? Especially the black communities, a lot of black people don't own the houses there. They're just there renting them. Or they might own, some of them might own them. I'm not trying to say all, not talking about in a subdivision. I'm talking about these black communities that have been black communities in your city, in your town for a long time. So the property tax goes up. And a lot of black people are just there renting or whatever. Now the property tax keeps going up. So the person that rent from, the landlord says, well, am I going to keep paying this expensive property tax, or am I just going to sell this? And you already know the house is more than likely, it's not renovated. It's not up to all the way code. It's probably not a nice house. And that's how it is in a lot of these communities. He said, I mean, I'm going to just sell this house. I'm sick of paying the property taxes too much. Now I'm not making no money, blah, blah, blah. So he sells it. The bank gets it. They bring in the immigrant laborers and had them fix up the house for nothing, right? Because they don't get paid by the hour, workman's comp, insurance, nothing. They just get paid by the job or by the day. So they come fix this house up. They're brand new. That's what they do. But they put the other people out, right? And now they can bring in the new people because the house is brand new. And because the house is remodeled, now the property tax goes up again. Boom. Or the bank just buys a house before the property tax goes up and puts those people out. Hey, you got such and such time to get the hell out. And they bring in the immigrant help and fix up the house. And now the house is brand new and the property tax goes up in the community. And it's just the way it goes. That's gentrification. Or I see a lot of times they'll bring in these people and put them in a house that really, they'll sell them the house because the people be renting the house are too poor to buy the house. So the bank eventually put those people out and said, we're selling this. So they'll bring in the people and they'll tell the people, hey, just take the house and we'll give it to you for real cheap. And you can have the house this way. These people are going to be out soon of this whole damn community. So we'll give you the house for cheap. And you can fix it up how you want. And these people, I done seen it. You have white people with nice jobs, scientists, doctors, that'll move in a damn hood in historical houses because they've been told all these people in a black community, they're going to be out in like 2 years. And you're getting this house for nothing. It's historic. We're going to keep bringing people in. That's gentrification. And these are the people you're voting for right here. The Democrats. They're going to keep replacing you. It's been a thing that's been going on heavily since the 2000s. Heavily. You're voting for people that literally want to replace you. Literally don't have no connection to anything that's so-called black. No black children, no black husband, no full-blooded black father, no black mother. A so-called black grandmother. Although they show us a picture of her, but they won't let us see her siblings, right? I'm not going to get into that story. It doesn't add up. Even genealogist said what she's saying doesn't make any sense. I don't read it. To me, it's just the so-called African American community being fooled again. Obama is Indonesian. Go look at all the Indonesian people over there. Go see how his brother was born in Indonesia. See how he moved to Indonesia. Or no, I think his mother was pregnant in Indonesia and then gave birth to him over there in Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, his brother is Indonesian. And he looks straight Indonesian. Go look at all the Indonesian people over. They had an Indonesian president that looked split in the image of this guy. So these guys is playing games on you. And I don't even know why they always use the so-called African American people as like a reference when they run. Because these people are under everybody in this country as far as money behind this. Go down your street. All you see is everybody has ownership in everything. Black community, African American community has at least ownership of anything, of any race or nationality. So I don't know why they're always begging the so-called African American community to be a part of them. They're not. They just want to act like they're making history with you. No! And I'm making history with you. They're gentrifying you out. They're giving these people your jobs. They're giving these people your communities. This ain't doing anything historic with you. Her mama don't look like your mama. Her daddy don't look like your daddy. Nothing. Her children don't look like your children. Her husband don't look like your husband. Tell me what you think.